Hello, this is Martial Law News, and today we'll be discussing a very disturbing sight which has recently been seen in an unidentified American state. What was this site? It was a DHS checkpoint that had been set up to check for people's identification. Now, why would the DHS be setting up roadblocks and checking for people's identification? Something not right is happening here. And I believe that this was a case of a training exercise for martial law. When martial law is declared, there will be checkpoints set up to prevent people from travelling around their country. In this case, the DHS was training for this scenario. Now, these pictures that our team has been sent, they showed the DHS officers wearing body armour, black body armour, with AR-15s or an AR-15 variant. This is very, very disturbing because why would they need such high-powered weapons for a routine stop? If all they were doing was checking for people's identification, why would they need fully automatic or semi-automatic weapons? Something not right is happening with these checkpoints, and I believe if you see one you must be very careful because there was a high chance that you could be detained and sent to a black site or a FEMA camp in the United States. Martial law could be coming very soon, and if martial law comes, it makes sense that before they declare martial law, they round up all the threatening patriots who are going to fight back once Obama becomes a dictator. It is very sad, but the fact is, you, the viewer, and me may be put on a list because we are threats to this new dictatorship. They know that once martial law is declared, we will be the people fighting back. We will be the resistance, and they are very scared about this, so they may try and lock us up for some stupid reason. Now, we have reports that lots of people in the survival community, lots of people who are unearthing the truth about these government lies and about these supposedly conspiracy theories, which have lots of evidence to back them up, are disappearing. I've been in contact with a blogger who has been covering martial law and FEMA camp locations, and recently he has stopped responding to my messages. Now, before this happened, we had been communicating on a daily basis, sharing information, sharing different news that we have uncovered, and all of a sudden he went dark. Now, I don't know what has happened to him, but it's not normal. Normally, if we would go away, we would at least let each other know. We would say, I'm going to be away for a week on a holiday, everything's okay. But in this case, he has vanished off the face of the earth. Now, could he be in a FEMA camp? Could he be in a DHS detention site? Because they know that this is the person who is going to help the resistance, who is going to fight against the government when they declare martial law. Now, this case is not unique. In fact, we have plenty of stories where people are simply disappearing. Now, these are the people who have openly talked about how they are getting ready for a martial law takeover, and how when that time comes, they'll be leading resistance forces to take back the country. Now, these people have been disappearing, and it is very likely that they have been stopped by these DHS checkpoints and have been taken to DHS detention facilities or FEMA camps. Now, these people will be charged under the Patriot Act, which means they'll be detained for an indefinite amount of time. What is more concerning is that they are doing this now, which means we either don't have much time, or they are slowly, ever so slowly, trying to lock up all the people that could be a threat to their new government, their new World Order organization where Obama leads as a dictator. I have one request from you, the viewer. I want you to think and act very carefully once you see these checkpoints, because believe me, there have been many sightings of these checkpoints, and the people who report these sightings, they sometimes go missing. In fact, we have a Google image picture of a DHS checkpoint, and the person who took this picture has gone missing. I tried to contact him for some information about his experience with the DHS checkpoint, and I've been unable to reach him. Now, this is the person who has very openly asked for people to report on his story, and yet they have been covering it up. The mainstream media would not touch the story at all. Only alternative media sources would even talk about how this citizen was driving along before he was stopped by a DHS checkpoint where two men wearing black body armor carrying AR-15s and AR-15 variants pointed their weapons at him and demanded identification. It's just very, very disturbing that this is what it has come to. People have been identified. You maybe have been identified, and this means that they will try and target you because they know that you are part of the resistance, that you are a freedom fighter, that you are an American patriot, and they don't like that because they know that you will cause them a lot of trouble once they declare martial law. I have a request of you, and that request is that you look for news about martial law, that you look for strange things happening in your local community, and that you share them with these alternative media outlets, that you send us an email about this information if you see a UN vehicle traveling your roads, if you see some drones in the sky. I request that you send us an email about this occurrence so we can tell it to hundreds of thousands of other people, so that even if something happens to you or something happens, they will be able to protect themselves from this new threat. This is Martial Law News, signing out. Thank you.